So I think we are live. I think we are live and ready to go. And as y'all can see, in a slightly different setting, on a road game today. Just waiting to make sure we are official. Okay, I see people coming in there. Hit the like button. Push one if you can hear me and all that good stuff, because I'm on some different equipment doing a road game today. But we will be joined by Hood Conservative. So you know how it is. You know how I go on the Saturday show. We're going to be getting it in and getting it on. So come on in, strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
All right, what is up? What's going on? What is going on, good people? See people making it in the building. I hate when people say come on in, as if, if you're in, you're already in. If you're out, and they can't hear you say come on in. So it makes no sense when you hear content creators saying come on in. But those of you who are already in, by all means, hit the like button. It helps with the algo. It lets people know that you're in the building. Like I said in the pre-ramble, we will be joined by Hood Conservative. We're going to be breaking down an interesting angle on this that nobody has really talked that much about. Nobody's really talked that much about. Dr. Umar Johnson, of all people, has done it. Well, I shouldn't say of all people, because it's kind of up his alley to talk about it from that angle that he was talking about it. Kind of up his alley. Shout out to Hood Conservative, who's not here right now. He dropped the first comment, but he ain't here. He ain't in the building. We got to see what's going on. But TD Hutch in the building says another classic with the Avengers. Salute BR and Hood, and hit the damn like button. Absolutely. TD Hutch in the building. And here we go. We got Hood Conservative showing up. He's still
I wasn't late, man. I got held up in the lobby.
Got held up in the lobby?
Yeah, man. I was stuck in your lobby for a few minutes. I don't know what was going on with StreamYards.
Oh, okay. StreamYard was tripping. Okay, yeah. That sounds like StreamYard. StreamYard. No, StreamYard. I'm not going to hate on StreamYard. StreamYard does excellent work. But anyway, shout out to Trader MBD. Shout out to Spiritual Logic, aka Hawk. He says, I have yet to see evidence of a mythical black community exist. So far, All there is are social constructs of government social engineering. Mm. See what you did there. See what you did there. And shout out to Pei Mei. I think I said that right. Hollywood is obsessed with portraying Black women as masculine and aggressive. My favorite is the Black Panther advertisement with the bald woman. This is what they think about you. Right on, right on. And shout out to everybody else in the building, everybody who dropped a one when I was checking the audio. And also, Chekwu Igwu, y'all killing me with the names today. Abdallah El Ibrahim, Ibrahimi, okay. And Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel says, "What's up, Room and Bernard? What's up, Room and the Bernard Riley Show?" Shout out to everybody. Appreciate all of you being here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this one, so to speak. Let's get into this one, so to speak. So, what's the genesis of this convo today? What's the genesis of this convo today?
Good morning. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And it feels weird. I gotta tell you, I feel like I've been hotepping for the last week or so.
Yeah, a little
Kanye,
bit.
Kanye had me out here putting on my red, black, and green and stuff, man. But Umar, he kind of touched on something. I guess I touched on this a little bit too a few weeks back when I first heard Black Panther 2, whatever, coming out, and I started seeing like the some of the what do you call it, like the commercials, the trailers, I guess it's called. And I noticed like, wow, this is totally a girl power theme. And it bothers me that so many different like well loved, well established male characters are just sort of being either rewritten as women or replaced by women.
Mm-hmm.
And it's obvious that there's a theme going on right now. It's not like an accident. It's not a one off. Like this is just a wave. And so, even Umar kind of he hit on it the same in his own way. I sent you a couple of clips that we can kind of go through,
Mm-hmm.
but he kind of hit on it in his own way. How there's sort of like an agenda basically to dethrone the black male. And like it feels weird for a guy like me to even point this kind of thing out, but there is a truth in that, and it's not just the black male, but and our little microcosm of Black America. Yeah, there's definitely something going on here. And a movie like Black Panther, it sort of came out like you guys remember the hype of the original Black Panther film. People were dressing in dashikis, they were mobbed up in all the movie theaters or whatever. Hell, I don't even think any fights broke out. I don't think anybody got shot at a Wakanda movie. Like everybody was feeling the love. That was a unique moment. Like somebody correct me on that. Did anybody get killed at a Black Panther screening? Like I think it was love, peace, and hair grease every time. And everybody sort of was like good with it, and it gave like little boys got like even to this day right now if you put on one of your social medias you might get an ad. I keep saying this one ad with this little boy with like a Black Panther costume on for Halloween. Like it created a whole thing, and now I'm just looking at it like, so what, the little boys are supposed to be Shuri for Halloween now? Are the little boys supposed to be the queen mother? And you know what? It really does highlight another angle that's really more troublesome. And I think I might have mentioned this once or twice too in some other way, but with all this push for like women to take over and have dominance and achieve goals and all that, what are their sons supposed to do? Like, are the sons supposed to copy the women now? I don't think people really want that world. I mean, that's kind of the world women are complaining about right now. There was a teacher recently who got fired for saying these little black boys got raised too soft. But like, I don't know if people really understand what's happening. Like, we are all being encouraged to have our like women lead, and the sons just be sort of left flailing, I guess. And Umar kind of highlighted that stuff, and we could get to that later.
Well, okay, I guess the clips that I looked at, it didn't look like he exactly highlighted that. He talked about a completely different angle that I would say that nobody is talking about, where he was talking about maybe you send me some different clips. He was talking about the not the men being cast aside so to speak. He went the next step about some lesbian stuff going on in Black Panther. Well, he said in the comics, and then he related it to the people who well, I kind of want to just play the clip.
No, I think you're right. I was going off a little bit in my own tangent, but the lesbianism is sort of like it's either a byproduct or a direct result of the men being pushed aside.
Yeah. Okay. So we on the same page with that then. But it was an interesting element of what he was saying. I normally like to talk a little more before we get into the clips, but now I want to make sure I remember exactly where he was coming from, so I can make sure I fully understand the ground floor and the basis of what we was talking about, because I watched it earlier and then now it just got out of sight, out of mind. So I'm about to run a little bit of what he was talking about here, then we'll go ahead and get into it.
Brother Ta-Nehisi Coates, whose father is a celebrity in our community, brother who I respect, Black Paul Coates out of Baltimore, Black Class Express. Nothing but good things to say about the elder. Nothing but respect for the son. Ta-Nehisi Coates, congratulations to him, was given an 11 comic book deal, or 11 issue deal, from what I understand, as was reported by the media, to write some follow-up comic stories for Black Panther. Whether he chose her or not, I do not know, but many of these comics have been and will be written, co-authored by Roxane Gay. Roxane Gay is an LGBT activist. I don't know the sister. I don't have anything negative to say about her.
Now, just a sweet piece of irony that is, because the name Gay is actually, that's a real last name. Like, there's a basketball player named Rudy Gay. Like, that's a name called Gay. But it's just a sweet piece of irony that an LGBT activist actually has the government last name of Gay. I just couldn't let that pass. But anyway.
Will be written, co-authored by Roxane Gay. Roxane Gay is an LGBT activist. I don't know the sister. I don't have anything negative to say about her. I'm only mentioning her name because she and brother Ta-Nehisi Coates have already authored at least one issue of the next series of Black Panther. It's available in the bookstore, and I suggest you go and get it. All Black parents, I suggest you go and get it. Go and get the newest issue of Black Panther in the bookstore, written by Roxane Gay and Ta-Nehisi Coates. And the reason I want you to see this is because it's going to answer the question why you didn't see any families in Black Panther. It's going to answer the question why you didn't see any mothers with children in Black Panther. It's going to answer the question why you did not see any real intimacy, not sex, but intimacy between a Black man and a Black woman and their children in Black Panther. How in the hell is there a movie on Africa with no African families?
Hold on, pause
How
it
in the
real quick.
hell is there a movie on Africa without no African families?
Yeah, my bad. Hold on. There we go.
Now, I remember when I watched Black Panther, like the original Black Panther, one of the things that did bug me about the movie, and I generally like the movie. I don't really have a bunch of huge criticisms for the movie on the whole. But one of the things that bugged me, and it's just like, I hated that part. Black Panther had a love interest, right? There was a woman that got introduced early in the movie. Actually, like probably in the opening scenes, I think he was rescuing, I forget the girl's name, but it was like some girl that he knew since childhood or whatever. It was like she was basically like a child, like I guess you would call it like a member of the royal court. She was a child of the royal court, so she had status or whatever in Wakanda. She was somebody sufficient enough for him to marry, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And so she was like, her girl power doing her thing on a dangerous mission, about to get herself killed, literally about to get herself killed, right? And Black Panther rescues her. Like the first thing he does in the movie is come saves the Black woman. And the first thing she does is basically try to curse him out. Like, what are you doing here? I got this. I'm strong. Can't you tell how strong and independent I am? Like, it was totally that right off the bat. And like the whole movie, as far as those two are concerned, was like him trying to get her. And I hated that whole thing because it's like, I'm the goddamn Prince of Wakanda. Why am I out here chasing after this nobody chick? Like, come on, you ain't nothing. And he out here trying to chase after and prove his love to you. And like, that part just killed me. And she just kept turning him down. Like being the queen of Wakanda wasn't that special.
Yeah, I noticed that too. She had her own separate ambitions, so to speak. She had her own separate ambitions and things that she wanted to do. And being being the queen of Wakanda didn't fit into that. So yeah, I definitely noticed that. It looks like with the new movie that now the queen is in. I mean, I guess with T'Challa dying, it's almost like, I mean, just based off the trailers, it looked like Angela Bassett is the queen. And I guess that's how it works. I don't, we don't have a monarchy here, but I mean, if the son was the king and he dies, I was just, I guess the mom becomes the queen. I guess.
No. If the son is of age, the mom is not really queen anymore. She's like queen mother or something like that. Like he just
Yeah,
becomes king. And
I know
he becomes king. So right off the bat, the mom sort of gets dethroned a little bit. And if he marries a woman, then how is mom still queen? She's just queen mother.
right. But I'm assuming that, and we don't know how they're going to play it. We don't know if they're just going to write T'Challa as just full blown dead or missing or whatever the fuck. But one thing that we can say is that he ain't in it, and his mom, she seemed to be the one that was in position. You could see her sitting on the throne. You could see her, talking to other world leaders. You could see it. So like they made her queen. Now understand, like if he had a wife or if he had a progeny that he was supposed to pass it down to, it would flow differently. I don't know how it's supposed to flow if a king dies without a wife, without a heir. I don't know what they do as far as who sits on the throne. But either way it go, they apparently made it. They just passed it back up the line to the mom who was queen through being married to his dad. So that's a weird turn of events.
I just realized something, and now I'm about to go put on my MAGA kufi. I'm about to put on my Kuta Kente Make America Great Again kufi.
Oh no,
Think about this.
You legit be wearing a dashiki with a MAGA hat on sometimes. I don't know
I
if you knew
know.
that.
I
Yeah,
know, like
you do.
I ain't even mad at it because this is the way, bro. It's not that you can't be pro-black. It's just the way we talk about it is so counterproductive. Like I reject the traditional stance of pro-black. So I'm something else, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. Go ahead
But
though.
nah, the thing I wanted to point out to you, and this is like, damn, Dr. Umar, are you making a point about like black families in the media? All right, the two biggest media things right now, I mean, maybe not the biggest, but one of the two big things going on in the media. You got the Game of Thrones prequel show, The House of the Dragon, right? The entire show is about families getting together for power, putting their children in place to store the family lineage down the lines. We will fight wars. We will commit all kinds of treachery and chicanery to keep our family in power. Whereas the Black Panther thing, there is none of that. It's just like, hey, all the niggas are dead. Girls get to run this shit now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's definitely what it's looking like. But what do you think about the connection that he was drawing between the comic books, and it's all kind of gay relationships in the comic books, and he's saying that's why you saw no, I guess he said no family intimacy in the Black Panther movie. You didn't see women with children, women with kids, man and husband and wife that look like they love each other, and none of that type of stuff. He was saying none of that was in there because, well, part of what they're doing, a part of what they're rolling out, or something that's, I guess, kind of baked into the cake, is that it would be a bunch of lesbian relationships. And then if you just look at just the sheer optics of it, the sheer, hold on, where is it at? Where is it at? You look at just the sheer optics of here it is. It's right there, just the sheer optics of it. Like it's practically like an all-female cast, where it does seem like they're gonna trot M'Baku out just to club somebody over the head a few times. But if you if you take it to the account that 4 out of the 5 major featured characters are women, then the guards, I forgot what they call them, Malaji, I forgot what they call the
Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje. Oh yeah, the guards, are women. It seemed like some lesbian relationships was right around the corner anyway.
How could it not be though?
Explain.
I mean, you got a bunch of bald head warriors. I mean, listen, when women cut their hair short, it's almost like a sign of like rejecting of the beauty standard, right? So what you're doing is like symbolically sort of rejecting some of the things men love about women. And then on top of that, right, when you go full bald, I mean, it's almost a definite like FU to the men in general. It's like an FU to the patriarchy. And so the only next logical the only next logical step after that is to have a woman. Is 2 women join together in a giant FU to the patriarchy. Like it's all part of a chain, and yeah, of course they're gonna go gay. What else are they gonna do? They're gonna have babies and put their life on the line for Wakanda.
Mm.
Did not see any real intimacy, not sex, but intimacy between a black man and a black woman and their children in Black Panther. How in the hell is there a movie on Africa with no African families? How in the hell is there a movie on Africa without no African families? I'm going to tell you why. Because in this issue of Black Panther, go to the bookstore and get the book. There is heavy lesbian content in the comic book. So if you want to know why there was no heterosexual.
All right, and I don't even know for sure if that's the end of it, because it was a few different things, but yeah, that's
Don't you think?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Don't you think it's interesting though that like probably one of the most iconic black movies of our time is essentially it's almost like anti-family if you really think about it. Like he said, there's no nuclear family on display at all. I mean, even the father, the king of Wakanda, like King T'Challa, whatever the father's name was, he technically died before the movie took place, right? He died in a whole different movie. And so by the time the actual Black Panther movie comes out, you basically got like, the widow and her son, and he's got to step up and, lead the family, like sort of like, I hate to call him that, but he was like, symbolically the son husband now. And yeah. T'Challa was the son husband now, right? I know it sucks, but that's kind of what they set him up to be. And then from there on, it was like I said, that whole failed love story in the beginning, like that, it kind of just makes the point. It's like you're selling single motherhood in a very clever, high glossy Marvel kind of way.
Yeah, I remember even at the end of the movie, he like I guess reshot his shot one last time, and she kind of rejected it. I wish I remember exactly what happened or how that played out, but he did allude to her being queen, and then she kind of like but that is an interesting dynamic. And shout out to Dr. Tia Johnson, who said, just going back to T'Challa not being recasted as somebody else. He said they don't stop making Superman movies because Christopher Reeves died. We've seen like the 24 different Supermans ever since Christopher Reeve, stopped being Superman. So it's a weird thing to just take that opportunity to just hand it to his sister. That was just a weird thing that they got going on there. And
Well,
Sir
one
Tice
other
in the
thing.
building. Real quick, hold your thought on that. Well, no, go ahead. I don't want you to forget what you're saying. I'll get back.
I'm gonna just say this real quick. Even in the comic book canon, right? The actual Marvel comic book storyline, the main Marvel universe with Black Panther, it's the same thing almost, right? In the comic book world, Black Panther actually marries Storm, and she gets to be like queen of Wakanda for a minute. You know, Storm from the X-Men or whatever.
Of
So
course.
he gets to marry Storm, and she's like technically his Black Queen. But even Storm dissed him at the end, bro.
Damn.
Storm walked out. She was like, "Nah, I got to go be with my people. We got this thing going on over here. My people need me. And matter of fact, I got to steal something from you. I'm gonna bring it back, but I got to steal something from you. Go help my people out, and then I'll holler at you later." Like, yo, if you think about it, even in the movie, like
she took some vibranium with her when she left.
something like that. It was
That's
like
what
a
it was.
weapon. It was like some ceremonial sword or some shit like that. And then she was like, "Look, I got to go over here and fight this battle for my people. I'm gonna need your Yamin, so I'm gonna take the Yamin, and we out of here." And then she left, and then she brought it back, and he was like, "Damn, man, why I gotta love this funky hoe?" And then she left after that, and it was like, bruh, my man can't get no love, bro. That's sad. My man is literally he's like the second strongest Black man in all of Marvel. Like the other guy's so powerful, they don't even talk about him. But
Was that
Black Panther is
Kang?
basically no. He's not really black. Kang is blue in the comic. He's not. They just totally made him black, but that's a whole nother story. But
Okay.
Black Panther. It's another dude called Adam Bashir, who's like the strongest dude maybe in the whole Marvel. But like he's black.
Didn't that
though.
movie just come out called Black Adam or something? Or
No, not even that, dude. Not even that. Nah, that's something totally
what is
different.
that? Oh, that's
Black
DC.
Adam is in DC, and that's like
Yeah.
another. He's not black really either. They just made The Rock play it because
Yeah.
it kind of fits. Rock is a very race neutral kind of guy.
Yeah.
But even my point was that Black Panther is basically like the strongest black guy you can think of in Marvel for most people, and he still can't get no love. Like, damn, it's like they're writing a script for us, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. But Sir Tice in the building says, praise the Lord, he's gotten a haircut. Nothing worse than old N-words try to rock their son's hairstyle. You're talking about Jalen? Oh, Jalen Rose, Tariq Nasheed for further reference. Well, who was he initially talking about got a
I
haircut?
think he might be talking about Umar got a haircut. But that's his clip from like 2018, by the way. That's an old clip. He was sort of making a prediction about something. He was commenting on the original Black Panther. But there's more clips to see. Like he'll kind of expound on his ideas a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You said more clips as far as this showing what we doing?
No. What I sent you in that one link, there's like 3 individual clips. One of them is like 2 minutes long, and there's another one right next to it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's like another minute, and then maybe another one, the same link.
Okay. All right. Hold on. And here we go. All right. And thanks again, Sir Tice, for that super chat. But yeah, this is an older clip. Let's see.
In the comic book. So if you want to know why there was no heterosexual intimacy in Black Panther at all, is because I can almost promise you, and I've never been wrong on a prediction yet, I can almost guarantee you that the next Black Panther movie will have LGBTQIA themes all throughout it. It's already being written. Ta-Nehisi Coates and Roxanne Gay is paving the way. The content will be there. It's going to be up to brother Ryan Coogler to do what he does. But if Ryan Coogler doesn't okay it, they're going to move him out the way and get somebody else to direct the movie. Facts. in the comic book. So if you
Yeah, that was the end of that one. And there's a I think this is the other one right here.
I'm promising you the next movie. I don't know if you want to take your children to see that one. The next Black Panther, you're going to have to go see it before you take your children. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm stating the facts and I'm giving my opinions and prophecies of Ifa Tunde. And the prophecies of Ifa Tunde have never been proven wrong. Go get the Black Panther magazine, brothers and sisters. Go get the comic book and you will see what I'm talking about. LGBT content, they kissing and hugging and everything up in that comic book. Go get the comic book. Go get it. I'm promising you the next movie.
All right, there it is right there. There it is right there. So before I pass it around on that one, we got elevator engineering in the building says, I don't understand why they didn't replace Chadwick as Black Panther. It's like Marvel want to lose money. Shaking my head. Yep. Golden Child 325 in the building says, what's a smack in the face? What's a smack in the face is that the man who played Thaddeus Ross, William Hurt, died in real life, and they recasted him immediately with Harrison Ford. Yeah, that's normally what happens. That's normally what happens. They normally do a quick recasting. Roxanne Gay is married to a white woman.
Wow. Totally not surprised, bro. That totally fits the pattern at this point.
It'd be pro-black lesbians married to white women talking about black issues. That'd be weighing in on the black family.
Right. This is what I'm saying. Pro-black means something totally different in my mind than the way they practice it. Like what you see, this obviously isn't pro-black. It's pro something else.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. But we got GC. You requested the. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. And I apologize for my audio. I don't got a microphone. I just got a regular laptop audio. So I don't know if I sound like shit or not. But we winging it. But go ahead, GC. You got the floor. You got the mic.
Okay, thank you. So I think that this movie takes place within the 5-year period that that T'Challa was, gone, or after the blip and before the resurrection. So that's probably why he's not in it. I don't think that they're writing it as he's going through a second death. Now, what is interesting is that the sister took over. Is what apparently it seems, and that's because you actually have to.
So if you want to know why, there was no.
You can hear that. Hold on. My bad. I got
at all.
Let me just close that. Hold on. All right, that was on my end. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, so they, in order for it to make somewhat sense, she would have to beat the Gorilla King, M'Baku. She would have to beat all the other men that want to be king in single combat with no aid from the heart-shaped herb or anything like that.
I legit was wondering about that. I was legit wondering because any Wakandan technically could take the throne at any moment based on what we saw in the movie, or maybe you had to have a certain rank to be able to enter the competition. But either way it go, like M'Baku said, it's challenge day. He showed up to challenge. He could have took the throne that day when he was whipping T'Challa ass, and T'Challa, did a reverse MMA move or had him, hog tied his arm or something. But T'Challa was getting his ass whooped, and M'Baku was about to be king.
Exactly.
So yeah, she would have had to beat M'Baku in some hand-to-hand combat with a circle of people around her with spears, to where so it's not like she had some tactical geographic some type of environmental advantage. No, y'all are in a pit. Y'all are in a pit, no superpowers, just raw banging on each other. Like, no, ain't no way in hell.
You think she picked him up and threw him off the cliff?
Maybe.
Yeah, so
I want to watch the movie.
Well, I'm not going to. I watch it the same way that I watched that I watched The Woman King, and that is through bootleg. I'm not going to support such trite.
Yeah, you read my mind. I'll wait till they
Yeah.
steal it.
So unless all the other noblemen, and we know that M'Baku lived, was blipped, then chances are they're going to really finesse some bullshit in order to make her the king of Wakanda. So it's a non-starter in that regard. Also,
wait a minute. Time out real quick. Cole just thought you said in Infinity Wars, M'Baku got blipped as well.
No, he didn't. That's what I'm saying. If all the other ones, but no matter what, she would have to beat M'Baku in order for it to make sense. But I think in the movie they're just going to write that he didn't want to fight. He's like, oh no, I don't want to be king anymore because I don't want to be a player no more or whatever. So yeah, they're going to write their way around that when they do it. But also in the movie in Endgame, it showed that she was blipped also. So in Endgame, when Scarlett,
you say she, you talking about Shuri was blipped?
Yeah, Shuri was blipped.
Okay.
Like in the beginning, when they were showing like pictures of people that were killed or blipped during the thing, they showed Shuri's picture.
Oh.
And also, she was speaking directly to the General Dori Minaj, and Shuri didn't appear at all. She didn't appear until the end when she came back with T'Challa, suggesting that she was also blipped. So yeah, they are really just forcing this. Now, granted, they could be forcing it because Chadwick Boseman passed away. Rest in peace. But they have replaced people in the past. The original War Machine was Terrence Howard, and then they
Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly. And then they replaced him with Don Cheadle. So they have replaced Black people in the past, definitely. So yeah, they could have had Michael Jai White or something like that. They could have just had the same way they use clever writing to get him out and put her in. They could have used clever writing to do that, but they didn't want to do that. I think that the only way around this, because it would make sense for him to die twice and them to have an elaborate funeral, and for whatever reason, the mother of all people is sitting on the throne. Like it would make sense if this was Game of Thrones or something like that, where they really didn't go by single combat rules. But this isn't Game of Thrones, and you got to whoop ass to get on that throne. Rest in peace, Killmonger. You actually have to whoop ass to get on the throne. And I don't see a extraordinarily old woman in the case of Angela Bassett, or an extraordinarily young woman in the case of Shuri whooping ass to get on that throne. So it is almost complete and total bullshit.
Well, there's another element too.
Wait, hold on. Just thought real quick, because I just Googled it, and we don't know how accurate Google is, but it does say, in terms of the year, Black Panther Wakanda Forever should be taking place sometime in 2023 or possibly 2024. They're saying that that's when it's supposedly taken. I don't know.
So that's everything is post-snap, if that's true then.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Well, okay, so there's a snap and then there's a return. Do they say what year the return happened in Marvel years?
Well, I'm assuming Marvel years is like sort of in line with our years. So when they say 2023, I'm assuming they're talking post-snap. But you did come up with a good way for them to explain T'Challa not being there.
Yeah,
by just basically saying it was a snap. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
but if they're doing it like post resurrection, then they're stupid. Because during the trailer, what they did was they did this big elaborate funeral for T'Challa and everything, which means that the Wakandans did the big elaborate funeral twice. So T'Challa died during the snap, and I'm pretty sure they had a ceremony then. And then 5 years later, he came back, and then he died again from COVID, and then and then they had a big funeral again.
T'Challa got COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, it's stupid. Nonetheless, and Umar Johnson, and I hate to say this because I really don't like him and his root chakras, but Umar Johnson is correct about the comic books. The comic books is feminist as hell. In fact, there's a civil war / open rebellion from the women against the men. Basically, when they said, you know, somebody says too soon. No, I'm not talking about Chadwick Boseman. I'm talking about
the character. If they just wrote it in there that the character got COVID, that would be funny. It just and random. After they dealt with the snap, they came back from the snap and had to deal with the.
No, you know what they would do? They would totally try to work it in there like you should get vaccinated. You know, he wasn't vaccinated. Like that's how they're gonna sell it to you.
If
He was one of the unvaccinated black people, and this is what happened.
Well, no, I mean, and also no voting, no bucking. Like they're definitely gonna throw that in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
But no, I mean they. So apparently I could write a better excuse for him not being there than they did, and they didn't because they're stupid. But no, the woman who's writing the comic books now is trash. Apparently one of the Dora Milaje goes rogue, and she's like in open rebellion against Wakanda because Wakanda is misogynistic. According to this new writer, and their new mantra is no one man. I kid you not, it's no one man. And they have this like new enchantress as a villain, as well as some guy that manipulates trees and wildlife. So yeah, it's weird. I stopped reading it, but it sucks.
So they got black hippies against, and not for nothing, Wakanda is like the blackest white patriarchy you can ever find. Like the black men, it was an obvious when it came out, when it was first introduced, like Black Panther was an obvious like ploy to show like a strong black man and the world of a strong black man, right? And so only as times got more modern and women got more gay and more powerful did they start to make Wakanda more gay and feminist. But like originally, like Black Panther was basically like a black man's white patriarchy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
He comes in and he kicks the ass of each and every single one of the Fantastic Four. He kicks Captain America's ass. Yeah. So
all the Avengers, the whole Avengers team.
I didn't know he did the whole Avengers, but yeah, I mean, I do know that he came in on some beat-assery. He refused to join the Illuminati initially, and then he got indoctrinated because of his fight with Apocalypse. But nevertheless, he was a badass. Now, in the movie, he was Killmonger was the badass, and he was pretty much he was pretty cucked when it came to Suri, the strong, independent women, because men just love strong, independent women. He was far less of a man than his father, in the sense that his father didn't play. His father came into the movie, and his own brother had to kneel to him. But T'Challa, he was a lot more laid back, to where nobody had to bow when when Bruce Banner was like, oh, should I bow? He's like, yeah, that's, and they were joking, but he's like, we don't do that here. It's like, yes, you do. I'm a fucking king, See, Killmonger was better at being a man. And the problems that Wakanda faced subsequently was because of the weakness that T'Challa had. So let's just say if Killmonger was still the ruler of Wakanda during the first event, when Avengers came and they asked for Wakanda's help, and they said, Killmonger would be like, wait a minute, you want me to risk the lives of my men so we can save the life of your robot that's made with our stolen vibranium? Nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of my country, is essentially what he would have said.
And he wanted his vibranium back.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I want you to kill this motherfucker. I want you to destroy the stone and then give me my shit back.
Yeah.
Right, run
Think him
that.
about that shield.
Yeah, he's
Is
like,
exactly what
get the
happened.
fuck out of here. But wait, you not leaving with my vibranium that you stole. So your robot gonna die anyway because I need my vibranium back.
Exactly. So then Thanos would have never got the snap. He would have never got the snap because they would have destroyed the Infinity Stone.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid. I mean, okay. They played it like it was like noble, but I think even the most not quick on the uptake person could sit there and think like, wait a minute, y'all throwing all these Wakandans, like the optics wasn't good. I'll just say it. I've said it before on the show. It looked like in that scene in South Park where they was going to war and I don't know, what do they call it? Operation Human Shield.
Right.
Where they had the black soldiers up front. That's how I felt. That's what I felt. That the Wakandans was in that. Wait a minute, y'all about to sacrifice all these Wakandans for this robot? It's like
exactly.
That's not that. Yeah. Like y'all had this impenetrable force that nobody was able to get into, and then y'all just opened up the gates to let these aliens come running in there, and they're just all out war, risking everything. Where y'all could have just made the calculation that, look, Vision was too dangerous to keep alive. If that was the only thing stopping Thanos from getting the snap, just kill Vision and we win. We can kill Vision and we win, or we can sacrifice thousands of Wakandans to alien monsters and then still lose. It's like, nah, that wasn't a good calculation at all. I was like,
it was poor kingliness. It was.
You just highlighted something I never really considered too. Like traditionally, Black Panther in the comic book canon is way more based and badass than they showed us in the movie. Honestly, like he almost never takes an L in the comic book. Like if Black Panther pops up in your storyline, like you good after that.
Well, T'Challa's Black Panther was not only, he has his obvious powers, which is pretty much the same in the comic book. He always outsmarted his enemies because, of course, there's a lot smarter people. There's a lot stronger people with the, arrival of mutants, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But he was always one step ahead of him. And he also had a crew that consisted of Storm, what's the name? Luke Cage and Misty Stone. So he also had a crew of all Black superheroes that came,
I didn't know that. I didn't know they was clicked up like that.
They literally called themselves a crew. Yeah.
Somebody just call Vision the Scarlet Witch's thinking vibrator.
Damn.
Elevated engineering.
Well, no, it makes sense that he's made out of vibranium. I mean, what else is he yeah.
Yeah, that is totally true though. Like he really was just a man-sized sex machine.
Yeah.
It did once he was dead, Scarlet Witch was pissed. Oh my god. They had to get Doctor Strange to chill this bitch out after that. Oh my god.
Well, no, but I mean T'Challa was in the comic books, he definitely was a badass. And in addition, he was just as much of a genius as Shuri is. And
wait, hold on. What was up? Okay, granted, I didn't grow up on the comics. I didn't watch the comics, but what was up with this? The imagery that I seen, and I just Googled this. Looked like T'Challa is fighting the Ku Klux Klan. I'm like, did they have powers or something? Like, what the fuck was that? Like,
I don't know. I don't think that was canon. I think that might be something else.
Okay. I was hoping that wasn't canon. I didn't know what
he fought a different type of racism, but not.
Yeah,
because Ku Klux Klan are American, so it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, they in full white sheets, in all out combat with them. I was like, I hope the comics wasn't that stupid. But anyway, yeah, all right, cool.
But no, it probably was just like a side story or something like that, or one of the different universes. But definitely he was stronger. But Hood Conservative, he had it right when he talked about how his relationship with not Shuri,
Storm.
but with Lupita Well, no, Storm. I wish he was with Storm because Storm is hotter. A lot. Both of them. But no, his relationship with Lupita is what I was talking about. She did seem to run. He seemed like a royal friend zone nigga, if I ever seen one in my life. And she was using his desire for her to get power out of him. You know,
Yo, how do you friend zone the king's son? Like not just any prince. Like there's a bunch of niggas who could be prince, right? He's like the one. There's one prince of Wakanda. Like Wakanda is such a unique thing. How do you friend zone that guy? Like it turns into this whole black gender war dating conversation at that point. Like, come on, man. Even the it's like the Princess Zamunda. Everywhere we go, black royalty is just getting cucked left and right, bro. It just kills me.
Exactly, and it is a shame. But yeah, she definitely cucked them, and she, got control over policy. They had strict rules about, sharing their technology and information with other countries that they have done for thousands of years. But she got a big old butt. Lupita got a big old butt, so it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna break that rule, and I'm gonna start flying planes over, or spaceships or whatever over Oakland, because just to show the kids how cool it is. Like, no, that's
that was Lupita's idea.
Yeah, exactly. It always Lupita's idea.
Yeah, I forgot about
so
that.
So Lupita wanted to go to Oakland, right? Of course, of all the places, of all the black things you could have done, this bitch want to go to the ghetto.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of bad, but that's what happens when you allow women to dictate your policies. And women don't really understand that dictation is a man thing. That's why it has the word dick in it. It's supposed to be for us to do. So he's going to die as a weak man, according to the writers. He's going to die because he gets shot in West Oakland. Like, whatever reason,
man, you gotta quit coming up with fucked up ways for T'Challa to die and get written out. At first it was COVID. Now he was an innocent bystander in a drive.
They got shot at the liquor store.
They weren't even aiming for him. It was just some drive by with some dude shooting like this, And then
T'Challa was out buying lottery tickets, and he got caught in the drive by at the liquor store.
It wasn't even aiming at him. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh shit, that's funny.
No, somebody said Killmonger had a righteous plan in the end. I'm not really for that, like the whole race war aspect of it, but they did have a point. The dude in the blue, I forget his name, but they did have a point. It's like, listen, America is catching up. And he's right. The other parts of the world were catching up to Wakanda. I mean, they did have, the Captain America super soldier serum is very similar to the heart-shaped rose or heart-shaped herb.
Yeah.
So in fact, it might be
if Iron Man start mass producing all his shit, then
and he did start mass producing.
Well, listen, there's a black woman Iron Man now. There's like an Iron Weave or whatever her name is now. Like they totally gave the character to him. I mean, to her.
Oh dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, her name's Riri, by the way. Yeah. She's gonna be in a new movie sooner or later.
Yeah, so they're catching up. I mean, and then you have to compete with people like Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange and stuff. So it's like, listen, we need to attack now because history has shown that once they get the upper hand, they use it.
That's interesting. I mean, this was my thought. This probably would have been a bad idea for Wakanda to go this route. But if I was, just saying, okay, if all this was real, I don't think it would be necessary. At least, okay, the way the comics, I mean, the way the MCU plays out, they're pretty good at identifying, good guys versus bad guys. If it was real life, then maybe it wouldn't be that way. But clearly, the heroes, when fully discovering, Wakanda and all that it is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hurry up and plug my laptop up before I get about to lose charge. that I don't put it like this. I don't think there's no world military that was a threat to Wakanda. I don't think, but all the superpowers combined, if you just get everybody on board to come try to battle Wakanda, then they in for a fight. Or everybody that got either superpowers or iron, if you get all them together, then it's a fight. So are y'all saying that they probably should have got on go attack them or go attack these nations? Because Killmonger was on some, we got to bring down these other nations, basically.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. And those people represent their respective nations. I mean, Captain America is written in his name. Come on now. So
okay, so basically,
yeah.
so all right, so I didn't even look at it like that. He was essentially going to not just going to go to war against the world, literally be World War III if that happens. But
Right.
he basically was going to be going to war against the Avengers. I didn't even think about it like that.
No, and that's the genius of Killmonger. He wasn't going to do either. I mean, basically, he said that he learned from the Europeans. He understand their tactics. What he was doing was he was supporting the enemies. He was going to encourage that they fight each other, or and then be weakened in the aftermath, and or
how did he encourage them to fight each other?
Well, if you notice those ships that he sent full of Wakandan weapons, those were used to fund the enemies of the respective nations.
Oh.
So, it would be the equivalent to if somebody just kept giving a bunch of food and weapons to the Confederacy during our Civil War. So,
I mean,
like
that kind of
right
does
now we
get
have
you
people
into
who
war.
are, well, right now we have people who are against this country within this country. However, America kind of looks at them like, what you gonna do, nigga? We got tanks and shit. We got drones and shit. What you gonna do? But if you give them weapons, if you give Proud Boys weapons, and the ability to disrupt the government, who knows what would happen?
So theoretically,
think of it like
Killmonger, hold on, wait, real quick. Theoretically, Killmonger would have wanted to give those Wakandan weapons to the Middle East, to countries in the Middle East. I don't even know exactly which one would get it popping, but eventually,
exactly.
he know they go, if you give it to them, they gonna get it popping, and then America and them are gonna be at a war in the whatever Middle Eastern country is really about that action. Would have a chance. A chance if they got some Wakandan technology against regular U.S. military technology. So that would be interesting.
And that's what countries do.
Go ahead.
Well,
I just wanted to make the point
how
though.
countries are broken down. So that's how Russia, or the Soviet Union, that's how that was dismantled by America empowering Afghanistan against Russia. And we did lose the Vietnam War. They can rewrite history all they want to. We did lose that war, and that was because they got support and technology from other nations as well. So it is possible that a quote unquote weaker nation, can lose against a stronger nation, or can defeat a stronger nation if properly supported. So that's exactly what he's doing. He was trying to bring down the U.S. like it brought down Russia, and like it does in Africa.
See, I thought he was just going to hand the vibranium weapons to random niggas on the corner in Oakland and be like, "Go fight."
Well, that was his father's plan, but he revamped it. But it really doesn't it really doesn't matter if it's random niggas or not. Like, if you give the weapons to somebody who's willing to use them, and disrupt it, then they'll be doing the fighting for you.
Yeah, that'd be some interesting. Hell, it's something I haven't took time to watch it, but it's something on Disney Plus called Marvel What If or whatever. That's a hellified what if. I don't even think they play that one out.
No, they play out the what if Killmonger, if Killmonger came into power. They did that.
Oh shit! Yeah, I gotta go watch it then.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I will go watch that. But Captain Cisco in the building says, "You see the part when the Queen busted all that cleavage out in front of that underwater king." No. Was that like in the trailer or something?
Probably. There's a bunch of trailers. They just released another trailer that I haven't watched yet. I just because now apparently the big bad guy is like Atlantis. I don't even. I think they got some
Namor, yeah.
yeah, some blackish person to play Namor. He's like a nondescript person of color.
Yeah, he's one of those rock people.
Was he
A
black
rock
in the
people.
comics?
No,
Well,
Namor
like
is a white
like
guy
The
in the
Rock,
comic.
like Dwayne Johnson, like
Oh yeah,
racially
yeah,
ambiguous
yeah,
is
yeah.
what.
Exactly. Totally,
Yeah.
totally ambiguous. But yeah, in the comics, he's obviously like a white guy. He's never been anything but a white guy in the comics. So they kind of slipped that in there. And I'm not even really tripping on that because at this point, this is just what they do now.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But
Well, I mean, it is enough to piss off white people, and that is their base when it comes to comic book movies. See, and I asked my cousin this just to make sure, but I don't think Disney understands that they're not going to win over these people. They're not going to. As I asked my cousin,
wait, Game Changer. When you say these people, the people that they're trying to win over isn't white people. They're trying
that's
to
what I
win
mean.
us
That's
over.
what
They're
I
trying to
mean.
win blacks over. Hold on. So the point, and this is what I wanted to work us into the conversation. They're trying to win us over by making gay women superheroes.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're not going to win over. And I was talking to my cousin about this. They're not going to win over black women who otherwise didn't watch crap like that. And like I said, I asked my cousin, and this was when they put that Reva bitch inside Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was like, listen, is there any, no matter how many black women they put in the forefront of Star Wars, would you ever watch this? And she was like, no, fuck no. Like, they're not going to win it. They feel that there is this whole new generation of young people of color that is willing to convert into Star Wars-ism if it was more woke. No, they won't. They will never watch that crap. Just like no matter how many black football players there are, I'm not gonna watch that shit. Like, it's, if somebody don't like something, they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
They're really just trying. They're pushing in the wrong direction because they're insulting their base with, as conservative said, with the whole lesbian superhero shit. They're insulting their base, and they're not going to get like a fresh new crop of black lesbian cripples with vitiligo watching this crap. They're not.
Right. Well, think about the
And they
marketing
always try
side
to
of it too.
include the minority. Like I was I seen a commercial talking about Little People Barbie. What kind of what the hell is
Little
What?
Barbies?
What?
You're lying. No, you're lying, JC. They don't have little tiny Barbies.
You telling me they got a Barbie doll with midget proportions?
Well, they were
God.
still in the house.
God,
They were still in the house, but so it was like a. Oh yeah, here it is. Little
yes,
People Barbie.
please
Yeah,
put that.
Hold on, I'll send it to you, Bernard. I'll send it to you.
If it's just an image, you could probably shit. Well, you're gonna put it in the private.
Yeah, put it in private.
Okay, cool.
But no, you could like do it without the thing and then just go to the but it's like it's a Little People Barbie dream house.
Okay, I don't know. We're gonna see.
A Little People bar. So what is it, like a tiny home?
Well, I mean, if I was a little person, I would take a 2-story home and turn it into a 3-story home.
I don't think these are midgets. I don't think these are deliberate midgets. I just think that's just how they designed them because it's Fisher Price. I don't think these are like. Well, let's see. Okay,
well, that's an adult.
Fisher Price. Oh my goodness! It says Little People Barbie.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And these are adults doing like regular stuff.
Yeah. Oh, this is some of the best stuff I've ever seen. Frodo Barbie.
Welcome to your brand new
Hold on.
Little People Barbie. Welcome to your brand new home. The Little People Barbie Dream House. Wow. We included the pool, the elevator, and
They got Hobbit Barbies. little Hobbit Barbie arms. The Hobbit Barbies don't have elbows. they don't have knees or elbows. Oh shit.
And you could tell that they're trying to be woke because they are calling midgets little people. So you know that this is to appeal to the woke crowd.
Bilbo Barbie of the Shire.
Yeah, I just read that. I'm over here dying. Somebody called him Bilbo Barbie. Oh God, why? Who thought of this? Oh man, I would have never dreamed of that in a million years, bro.
I can't believe, like, okay, I thought there are some toys that they just make, like some little kid toys where the people just look little and stubby and it's cute, and that's, I guess, kids like to play with that or whatever. Like little Lego toys be looking stubby like that. That's what I thought it was, and I would have went with that and would have said you was wrong if they didn't take the time to call it Little People Barbie. If they didn't do that, I would have gave them a pass and said that ain't what they was trying to do. I would just say, oh, okay, they messed up. They actually called it Little People.
Yeah. I wouldn't have said anything because whatchamacallit, like Legos is little people.
Mm-hmm.
Like their proportions too. And that's just the way they do, so kids can relate to them. But no, this is
Malibu midget. Malibu midget. Okay, y'all clowning. But yeah. I gotta be careful talking about stuff because my channel, people be seeing my channel. It's a midget to stay next door, stay across the street from me. And it's a midget kid. And I've never seen a midget kid.
Yo, one day you should buy that and just anonymously gift it to them. Just leave it on the doorstep. Just secretly give them the Little People Barbie house.
When they moved across the street, I would see the kid. I would see the kid outside playing. It was a midget kid and some other kids, and I was sitting there looking at the midget kid like that kid looked like. I mean, all kids are small, but this one, she still had midget proportions. I was like, that kid looked like a midget, but I can't tell because she's a kid and all kids are small until then, because kids be outside playing in the front yard. And when the mama finally came outside, because I seen the dad, it was like a tall, skinny dude. And then when the mama finally came outside and the mama was a full grown midget, I was like, oh, that is a midget kid. So it was just a hella weird kidget, man. Y'all crazy.
I thought that if at least one of the parents was tall, then the kid would be tall. I thought that it took two midgets to make a midget.
No. It's a percentage chance. If one person is asked to be politically correct, and they call it average height. Because I want to say normal. They say that's how they correct people. It was a show called Little People Big World, and then that's where I learned all the politically correct lingo with them. But I still call them midgets because I think calling them little people is more offensive. But
wait, from what I understand, you telling me even the midget mama got a man though? Midget mom got a man?
Yeah, midget mom got a man. But
anyway, wait, fuck that. No. How is it politically correct when they gonna call me what I am? They can name me. They can say average height person, even though some of us aren't average height, but they can call me what they want to call me. How dare them? No, I'm normal and I'm straight. And I don't give a fuck what you want to put cisgender. Fuck what y'all. No, you don't call me what you want to call me. I call myself what I want to call me, and I'm normal. I'm right-handed, and my lobes hang, and it don't touch my face. I'm regular. Everybody else is fucked up. And how dare you say that? I'm normal, and they're midgets. That's ridiculous.
According to their, No, just saying, based off their lingo, if an average height person makes a kid with a little person, there is, I think, a 50% chance it could go either way. I think either 50. So long story short, I'm just assuming all those kids, same mama, same daddy, then it ended up that 50% chance ended up being one of the kids a midget, two of the kids not, and that's the family that stay across the street. Tall, skinny dude with midget mama, one midget daughter, normal average height midget daughter and an average height midget. I mean, an average height daughter and an average height son. That's the family.
Yeah.
But yeah. It was just funny as fuck when I was just periodically, because I don't talk to my neighbors, but it was just funny as fuck, just periodically figuring out what was going on over there. It was like, it's like people coming in, coming out, this midget looking kid and a midget person. I don't know. It was like watching a clown car. It was just funny. But anyway, I forgot where we was at. You was making a point. I think I may have.
Well, no, I got something else. And this is going to be the worst thing you ever seen, Bernard. This is going to be the worst thing you ever seen. And I blame black men for crap like this, right? And look at this.
Are you trying to show us something?
Yeah, it's in the private chat.
Oh, my bad. I didn't see. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. What, why are you doing this to us? Okay, hold on. Let me go here.
And guess who she dated?
Wait a minute. No. We got a 3-foot dancer. Shake my beauty. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't got it up yet. All right, there it is. Let me move this comment because we got to make sure we get the full glory of all of this. Hold on. All right, there we go.
I was told that I was never going to be a dancer because of how I look. I would say that being a dwarf, I never accepted who I fully am. And once I did that, it freed me from everything.
Wait, look at the second. Look at the second one. Look at the second one I sent you.
Hi, my name is Jonna Ross.
This is the second one.
No, I mean the third one. The last one I sent you.
Okay. All right. I think this is the same thing.
I gotta tell you guys, of all the rabbit holes, the midget hole is I haven't been down this hole yet. This is a new territory for me right here.
Well, I think that we should overlook for a moment the midget aspect of her and focus on the fat aspect. In addition to, she's little and she's big. Like, it's not. Here's what's worse about this shit. And this is where I charge you brothers up. You see the last one, right?
Yeah, it looked like
the last one. She's on a date.
Oh, okay. It looked like she's getting geared up. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. I see where you're going. Let me go ahead and play this before you even go there.
For me, I'm curious as to how he's going to react. I can see people's reaction before they actually say anything. So I think that's what I'm more curious about. So right now I'm on my blind date.
That was dangerous as hell.
At a Mexican restaurant. I'm kind of nervous now. As I get older, I realize that just someone that's genuine and honest and loyal is a huge checklist. It's not easy to find.
My name's Brian Sullivan. I'm 29 years old and I'm a musician. About my date, I don't know much about her. I just know that she is a little person and she's looking for.
Oh nah, he going. He tried to hit that off top. He knew.
He probably thought it was one of them little midgets that be twerking on Instagram. He probably thought it was one of them.
Yo, but all right.
How are you?
Black man,
Who
this is how
honestly
low your
signs
standards
up?
are.
Bro, who
This is
signs
how
up for
low-
that?
Huh?
Who signs up for this? I obviously that guy, but I didn't know that there were people I thought you had to get tricked into this type of situation. You just show up on the blind date, yeah, I'm expecting a girl. She's short and blonde, a little bit chubby, and then she shows up. You can't just tell me right off the bat, I want you to date my hot midget friend. Nah, I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah, brothers have no standards. Brothers have no standards. Y'all have no standards, and the world sees it. Midget's ooh, I could get a 6'9", younger, handsomer than I am, pretty guy because I have a vagina. A midget vagina is essentially what's going on, and he's doing it in front of people. Like no shame at all. No shame, no dishonor.
Yeah, that is wild. But I got hold on. I'll play a little bit more of this while I pull. I got something for y'all though. Hold on.
I'm Jonna.
I'm Brian.
Brian, nice to meet you.
How you doing today?
Good.
Good. It's another good day.
I kind of hope that he, like, I don't know if like no reaction means good. I think probably just an open, like it doesn't matter. It's just who you are. It's no big deal.
So what's up? We gonna get some food? We gonna get some drinks?
Yeah,
What we
I'm
doing?
good. I'm good.
I'm trying to drink a margarita.
All right.
Sure.
Here we go.
I know how it goes. They say you buy two, the third one's $5 off.
Oh.
So we might be able to share that last.
Oh,
one.
he's trying to get her drunk. He's totally trying to get her drunk and take advantage of her little ass.
Exactly. Because it goes off the size. Like the amount of liquor you can take goes off of how big you are. So he knows it's not going to cost him much to get her drunk.
One margarita, she gonna do anything he tell her to.
Yeah, she gonna be fucked up. He said two. Yeah, she gonna be fucked up. She gonna be fucked up. Midgets get drunk real fast. Ironically, it's Jesus behind him, watching him do this shit. And if you look right there,
Exactly. He is shaming white Jesus. He's like, damn.
Jesus,
this is where you stoop to?
Jesus at his table with the disciples, like, y'all see that nigga over there, right? Don't let that nigga up here.
Yeah. And he's not even thinking about like the kids and the kids are gonna be, Majado. They're gonna be midget mulattoes. It's gonna be,
yeah, man.
Everything about this is wrong.
Wow, little light-skinned midgets. I ain't never think. See, you putting ideas in my head. I feel like we in a dangerous place talking about midgets.
Yeah, but
no, we got
the point is that society
dangerous.
over caters to a very small demographic of people because they feel that they already got the regulars. They already got the regulars on board with certain movies, and this is going to bring it back to Black Panther. They're like, okay, we got all the regular people. We already got all the cisgender, guys that we're going to get. So now we're going to try to expand it and get other people. But you're not going to get that very few group of other people. You're just going to piss off your existing people. Stop trying to include everybody. Like if you had a midget Black Panther, this shit would suck. If you had a midget Captain America, it would suck. If you had a midget Xavier, yeah, that's fine.
Game changer. Talk all that shit about midgets right now.
No, like I say, it's on my bucket list. It's on my bucket list, midgets. But still,
quick change up.
Get on top, I ride. I'm a
quick change up.
No. Listen,
And they got bars. Nah.
List, but it's still
they got bars too.
No, I don't care it's still not nothing I would take serious. It's something that I wish to do before I die, just so I can say I did it. But
she got big midget titties, bro. That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing, like big midget titties. BMTs.
Well, no, a nice body overrides midgetness. It don't override fat. The other chick was fat in addition to that. And I don't have a problem against midgets. I don't.
niggas like sign me up now. Niggas like, hey, these midgets can get
Listen, bro. Niggas ain't never seen big midget titties before, bro. Like I went GC, man, one time for the ride, just for the experience, bro.
Yeah. What do you mean? Somebody says switch changer. This is not a switch. Everybody knows my bucket list, and midgets are on it.
Yeah, that's how I saved this when I came across it, because you was on my show and you were saying that fucking a midget. This was like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. You were saying fucking a midget is on your bucket list. And I coincidentally came across this, and I was like, let me go ahead and save this so I can pull it out on you. Like, here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to figure out where they at.
Well, her friend looked like she all the way with it.
The other
her
chick
friend is
fat.
like the less attractive chick, but she's down for everything.
Mhm.
She stay down, huh?
Right. I'm just looking at her body language in the video. Like, yeah, I know my friend's hotter than me, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
No, it's nothing wrong with being a midget. It is something wrong with being fat and a midget. So, it's and that's what the other chick was.
Yeah.
But no, I'd fuck a regular size midget.
Look at her head. Look at the one in the brown. Look at her head. She like, look, that's how I be grabbing a dick.
Game Changer just said he fuck a regular size midget. That's a contradiction in and of itself to say you fuck a regular.
What is a
size
regular
midget.
size? Like, really?
A midget with a regular woman's body. Y'all know what I mean. A not
I'm
fat
messing with
midget.
you.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
sexy midget. I think you got to use like real blatant words. Sexy, all right? She has to be sexy.
Yeah. She has to be sexy. I'd fuck a sexy midget. Absolutely.
Oh shit, man! Y'all killing me. All right, where was I at? Let me get to some super chats. Shout out to everybody who's supporting the stream. Shout out to Kenneth Williams. Do appreciate you. Captain Cisco in the building says they should train Midge to flying saucer. Saying they should train Midge. I think you mean to flying saucers, same size. I don't know what you're talking about. What you're saying there? I don't really get what you're saying, but appreciate the super chat. Black saying in the building says. You ain't got to get her knee pads for the toppy. Yeah, I want. Did you post that before or after? Did he super chat that when the fat midget was on the screen or when the Instagram midgets was on the screen? The Instagram ought to make everything look better. I don't know, but
I mean, technically, it applies to both because they're all of a similar height.
Yeah, no, I just wonder which one got him excited. That's all I'm curious about.
I think that they're different to each other. I think that like midgets look at other midgets and call each other tall or short. And I think that the fat one was actually short for midgets.
Yeah, she did look weirdly short. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the way she got in that car. Because she's 3 foot. I don't know what the average midget height is, but she's 3'0". And I think that's the equivalent to being like 5'0". I think that midgets are like 3 to 4 feet. Kind of like regular people are 5 to 6 feet. So yeah, I think that that she's actually small for the midgets.
I'm typing in right now as we speak. Height of average. Little. They didn't even let me finish. You know how they finished the sentence for you, or
this is a heavily searched term.
All right,
that's what that means. Yeah, people search for that a lot when it pops up quick like that.
Yeah, dwarfism is short stature that results from a genetic or medical condition. Dwarfism is generally defined as an adult height of 4 foot 10 inches. 4 feet is 4 foot 10 inches is. I mean, there's lots of 5 feet tall women who just walk around normal and don't get to put a handicap sticker on their car or nothing.
These words are true. Yeah.
So just 2 more inches, huh? That's interesting. That's interesting. That is interesting.
Well, so if that's the minimum midget, or if that's the tallest midget, 4 foot 10, and she's 3 foot, she's like almost 2 foot shorter than the tallest midget.
Yeah.
So she's a short midget.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Dane C in the building says, not a Disney stan, but people trying to predict Disney's downfall. It's like this time, this movie is going to fail. Then the movie makes $500 million. Is that accurate though? I don't think that's necessarily accurate.
You're not factoring in the cost, and then there's the opportunity loss. Like, if you have like a $500 million movie that would have been $1 billion movie, but if you didn't try to do all the extra shit, people who invest, they look at money loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. It's a lot of movies that, yeah, they make some money, but they could have been better. You know, it'd be like, you know, a movie made $75 million, but it failed what it was projected to make. There is a falling off. I mean, it is a falling off taking place, but they're always, especially if they're one of the biggest games in town, or I want to say the only game in town, they're not going to fall. Excuse me, they're not going to fall off that damn far. But yeah, like Keep 100 just said in the chat, Thor flopped. Like stuff do flop.
Yeah,
it's not going to die. It's just going to have little flops here and there, and then they'll work in something that's like people. I haven't got through Andor, but they're saying that that's like real good.
It is good.
Yeah, so
it is good. That's some good Star Wars watching. But yeah, people are so pissed at all the woke stuff of Star Wars nowadays. You see, here's the thing, and Little Big Nate or Hood Server is going to back me up on this. They can only do this on stuff that people already like.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know that people already liked Black Panther, so then they woke it. People already liked Star Wars, so then they woke it. They're just taking the stuff that they already like and woking it, you know, hoping that they get the momentum from the people who liked it previously. So Disney has been doing that for a while with a lot of crap, and now it's turning into shit. And the reason why it turns into shit is because when you have something shitty, when you have a bad script, what winds up happening is people don't want to support it financially. They read the script and they say, "Oh no, I'm not going to put any money into this." But you know who do put money into it? Feminists and these widow bitches with their husband's money. They put it out there. They put money into crappy films, not to make money, but to get their agenda across.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Obi-Wan went off the rails. It sucked, and it had that weird ass bitch in it. You know, it had that weird ass Reva bitch in it. Like, what the fuck? How fucked up are you? Okay. Here's the thing about Reva or whatever her name is, right? Revan or whatever, right? Here's the thing about her. If you are an Inquisitor or somehow a member of the Sith Order, you gotta be fucked up somehow. You know, look at Emperor Palpatine. Look at how fucked up he is. Like, look at how old and yellow-eyed and decrepit he is, and he was missing fingers and shit. You know, that's part of being a Sith. You can't just be a regular face person and be a Sith Lord. Just embracing the dark side that much fucks up your entire being, which is why all the other Inquisitors had like extraordinarily white skin or something like that and crap. She was just a regular ass black woman. So you want to know what that means? In the Star Wars universe, being a regular ass black woman is the equivalent to being an evil Sith. Like, she probably started off white and then she became a Sith bitch and started looking like that. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Vader looked normal at first.
He said she started out as a white woman.
I didn't even hear that.
And then she embraced the dark side and turned into Keisha.
That's what it looked like. I mean, how come all the other Sith are? Yeah.
Okay.
Vader first looked normal. Vader was a Jedi. He was a Jedi when he was regular.
Right.
You know, but then
what's his name? Hayden
once he started
Christensen
going off the rails and killing babies and stuff, he got the yellow eyes and shit. You know, like, and then he became a fucking robot. That's what the dark side does to you. The dark side is like a lot of meth. It's like it just fucks up your physical appearance. But her, they're saying that this is the fucked up physical appearance. There's no Halloween costume for her because she just looked like that.
Little Big Nate said, "Who does her weave on the Death Star?" That's funny.
No, she got that same device that Vader has to put his helmet on. Like, he has. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, droids do it. Yeah.
Man.
It's
Got
one
a
of those
weave
like,
droid. Yo, I can't. I need to find the black ghetto in the Star Wars universe. Now I'm curious, like, how do niggas live in the Star Wars universe, man? Is it like a 99-cent stores? They got weave droids and shit like that. Like, how does that even work? Now I wanna. I gotta create the ghetto in the Star Wars universe.
That's fucking funny.
somebody
That's
said no, the dark side does. When did Emperor Palpatine ever whatchamacallit take physical damage? No, it is the dark side. It consumes you and it does
No,
to your physical appearance.
no. One time he did when he had the battle with Yoda. He tried to zap him, and Yoda like he returned fire or something, and that's when he got shocked, and then somebody else jumped in.
Yeah, but he was fucked up before that.
no, that was you. Are you talking about when Mace Windu?
No,
Well,
okay.
it was Mace Windu, maybe. I think it was Mace Windu he
Yeah,
fought,
that's when
and
it's
then
yeah,
Luke. I mean, what's the name? Vader, young
Anakin.
Vader came and killed. Yeah, Anakin. There you go. He came and killed Mace.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, notice that other people have been hit with Force lightning and they don't come out of it fucked up, or Sith lightning rather. They don't come out of it fucked up. See, the
True.
reason why his physical appearance, because Luke got hit with it and he looked regular, and he got hit just over and over and over again, tortured. No, the reason why is because the dark side does consume you and affect your physical appearance. It's in the legacies. That's how that works. That's why they all have yellow eyes and shit like that. Emperor Palpatine always looked like that. It was actually the Force that was disguising his actual physical appearance because he was a politician and he had to look a certain way. He always looked like that. That's just the way he looked.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's why the Jedi couldn't see him. They can mass manipulate people into seeing the best version of themselves.
Shoot. I'm sorry, I had to stretch real hard. That was a good stretch, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. He's like that's part of being a Sith Lord.
That's a lot of canon stuff I don't know. I guess I didn't
Yeah,
know
well,
that
I
at
mean,
all.
Darth Maul, his people don't look like that. Well, I mean, he did that to himself, like tattooed his face and stuff like that. But his that's not just like how all the people in the species look like. Here, let me show you something.
Yeah, that is interesting. That is interesting. But where we at? Where we at? I don't even be keeping up with the likes, but y'all hit the like button. Y'all know what to do. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you coming on through on this Saturday morning. This Saturday morning, we was talking about at the beginning some lesbian gay shit that's likely. It's a good probability it'll get probably smuggled into Wakanda Forever. It was definitely in the comics, and Umar was going in on that, making a prediction, so to speak. This was actually an older clip of Umar making a prediction on it, and we sort of riffed on that. It came to some conclusions about what they're trying to do and how they're trying to put it out there. And Game Changer, you was about to show us something. I want to completely circle it. Well, we'll circle it back to the main topic, but do you got what you was trying to show me?
Oh, yeah, I'll do it now.
And then we'll probably circle it back again before we tie a final bow on this shit.
Yeah, it's just there. So this is what they look like. This is what Sith Lords look like. They start off as regular people, and then they get like all kind of on with their soul, and they get the yellow eyes and all that stuff. And all I'm saying is that they made her regular because a regular black woman is consumed by evil. They're saying that once the evil consumes you, then it alters your appearance. You wind up bald with eyes like that and crap going on, like this is what you look like after the fact. Like this is Anakin once he started turning into the dark side, and y'all remember what he looked like before.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So even if he would have never ended up in the suit, he would have still ended up walking around like that more regularly.
Yeah, well, I mean, he would age like this. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, they should have made her
It
look.
does this to people. It does this to people.
Yeah, they should have made her look evil. That's a good point. They should have made her look evil.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing, Bernard. They were making her look evil. And that is how society sees you, Black women. They were making you look evil. They're saying you in your basic form is evil.
Mm-hmm. All right. Circling back to the main topic we was on of Wakanda Forever. But hell, GC, you hold on. When you read the comics, I don't know if it was ever read the comics. They you said it was you said it was some, I guess, more feminist shit in the comics, but was it like some lesbian shit in there as well?
Well, I mean, they really didn't talk about romantic relationships much at all. But from what I didn't read the whole thing, but from what I was reading, it did seem like the savior. So basically, they write that one of the a girl she didn't get great. Well, she might have, and the guy got off because he was part of the nobility or something like that. And then one of the Dora Milaje was like, "Oh no, I can't stand for this." So she went rogue and she got like a different type of suit that flies. But it did seem like there was some undertone going on between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I mean, it doesn't even matter at this point because the movies have, like I said, the first ever officially like gay black superhero anyway. So it's going to be like an LGBT superhero in the movie. It's not even that her character, she's played by a gay person. It's no, gayness is part of your superpower now.
yeah.
What character is this?
It's some black chick, like I forget her name. She's like one of the many bald headed black women, but it's one of these new characters. I can't even tell you her name outright, but it was like when the movie first got introduced as part of like the trailers and everything. It was a big part of the rollout. Like, yeah, we're introducing the first LGBT superhero to the Marvel universe.
That is wild.
Yeah, they're trying to include people, but listen, all of the LGBT people in the world who would watch Black Panther have already watched it. There wasn't one who was sitting at home saying, oh, I would watch it if it had more alphabet people in it. There wasn't. They watched it because it was a good movie. So now, hoping to get more LGBT people, they're going to lose all of the regular people. And yes, I said, and I always will say, regular people. If you are the overwhelming majority percent of a population, like 90 plus, then you are regular.
I mean, I don't think anybody's ever watched a movie and was like, you know what? The movie was pretty good, but the one thing it really needed more of was gay sex. Like, I don't know if there's a person around who thinks like that, but lately that's what you get in movies.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're hoping to appeal to the to that demographic of people. But it's like they're going to watch it regardless. Like, how many of us, for example, Star Wars, I watched it. It wasn't until the last one that Lando Calrissian came in, but I watched it. It was a great movie. I watched Game of Thrones. I watched Friends and Seinfeld. If something is good, you watch it. What, am I going to watch it more because they throw in a black person? No.
Right.
So this whole concept that they try to, appeal to a new demographic, it's a failed endeavor. They end up making a buffoon of themselves.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. I like, for example, I don't think any black people anymore, any less, is going to watch Game of Thrones because they made the Valorians black with blonde hair. I don't think that, that didn't make me watch it anymore. I mean, I watched the new Game of Thrones.
Yeah, because it's good. It's good TV watching.
Yeah, it's not as horrible as like Lord of the Rings or whatever. It's actually watchable.
I like Lord of the Rings.
You talking about
Yeah,
the
I'm
new
not
Lord of
really.
the Rings show?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
a
know.
fan of the show. The show was a little bit too
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
It
I'm a
didn't
fan
even
of the
get
show.
good until the last episode. Like Jesus Christ, 7 episodes for this one shot.
To me, I liked it. It was good show watching. It. I mean, they did their best in keeping it in line with the books. So, which is very difficult to do, considering everything. And just the I just like seeing Numenor. Like, yeah, yeah. To me, I liked it. But I mean, to Bernard's point, the black thing isn't a determining factor, and I hate that they tried to, you know, portray that in the books or in the thing that they're doing that to try to sell you on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
No, no.
I don't mind that the Valerians are dark. It really don't matter because, well, I'm not gonna say why, but okay, I will say this. It does make sense that they are because they're sea people, and it did seem like, at least from the regular Game of Thrones, that the people of the sea were black. The people who were like that one pirate dude, he was black. Like it did
Right.
seem like there was something going on, probably because of trade with the summer lands or what have you. But so it does make sense to a certain extent that there would be some
I,
kind of black.
Okay.
we spoke about this before, I think, and my issue with like comparing the two worlds and how they introduce black people. It's like Game of Thrones, and because George R. Martin is like a more current writer compared to Tolkien, who's probably 100 years old by now. He like wrote black people into his work in Game of Thrones. Like black people were a part of the universe. Like they had an origin island and everything, like the Summer Isles or whatever. And not for nothing, but we aren't like getting shocked for the first time having black people talking to the queen or something like that. Like it's been a part of the world of Game of Thrones this whole time. It's only in Lord of the Rings did they just sort of like throw it at you like, ha, look at these niggas. Like, and that part of it kind of creeped me out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Lord of the Rings, it is kind of weird that these, especially since elves are immortal, that they existed, that black elves existed, but they didn't exist in the future.
Right.
It's like,
Tell you,
where did they?
that's the one Lord of the Rings story that they will never release, the genocide of Middle Earth, where they got rid
Yeah,
of all the black elves and all the black hobbits and shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's the
some.
only way that would happen. Yeah,
Yeah, that's some weird genocide. That's a weird genocidal war because all the different races, and by races, yeah, I'm talking elves, humans, hobbits, dwarfs, and all of them that had lighter skin would have to join forces and click up against all the elves, dwarves, hobbits, and humans with darker skin. That's some weird shit. That's some weird shit if that actually played out like that. Or they or the elves was like, okay, we're gonna handle our black, our darker skinned, our black people. We're gonna handle our black elves. Hobbits, it's on you to take care of the dark hobbits. Humans, you know what to do. Yeah, racism is in y'all. We don't even got to give y'all a pep talk. Y'all
The
got it.
greatest battle Middle Earth ever fought was to get rid of all the darkies. That
and
was the
then the
most
orcs.
epic. Right. The orcs came later. Then they made a movie about that shit.
Yeah, and the blades that glow green when the orcs came by would turn black when the black people came by.
That's messed up. Black
Yeah,
elves matter.
but no, it did it to me. It was good. It was good. It wasn't as good as House of Dragons, but nevertheless, it was good. It wasn't $1 billion worth of good, but still good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It would have been better just as just one movie. I said that before. Yeah, they would just made like a 3-hour movie out of it. It would have been better versus stretching out 8-10 episodes. I think 8. Yeah, I don't think you needed 8 episodes for what they got done there. It was like a lot of it was just dragging, in my opinion. But I don't know. But all right, I was planning on wrapping this up at about the 2-hour mark. Do you want to give any Any thoughts, anything, on the main topic, any parting shots that we didn't get to?
No, not really. Honestly, I think I'm setting up a show right now. I'll probably go live at like 1:15 or so, 1:30 maybe, and just a bunch of funny things I found on the internet. I'm looking at this freaking this 50-year-old lesbian dyke trying to be sexy right now, and this we're gonna laugh at a lot of stuff. So we're gonna do a Saturday fun show in about I don't know, about 30 minutes or so.
Okay, cool. All right, final closing parting shots, GC.
Oh no, just nothing important. I just came up to give my input on the comic books and where they were going, where they came from. I'm not an expert, but I do know that it is becoming a lot more woke and stuff like that. And I think that the comic books at least are losing, like, people are losing interest because, like, no matter what, you're not going to get a bunch of lesbian readers to start reading comic books. That's just not in their culture to do. So, but you will lose your current base because it's now crap. It's now, and Wakanda is literally, at least according to the comic books, is literally crap right now as a result of all of this foolishness. But yeah, they're going to learn. They're going to learn the expensive way, but they're going to learn that this stuff, it's within moderation, and there's a tasteful way to do it. There's a tasteful way to make something woke. Like when I was watching the trailer, they just come on singing about women and like, oh yes, this is going to be a woman thing and woman. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. That was weird too. That was weird. They was jumping it off, basically saying this is like, going to be a real woman empowerment vibe to going on.
Exactly. And it's like, so basically
phone ringing, GC.
Yeah, I'll call him back. But yeah, but basically, that's where they're taking it, and they don't understand. Well, I think that they do understand. They just don't care that society is going this way. They could have made the movie and had M'Baku be the head of the movie. They could have had him as the Black Panther or what have you. Even though in the comic books he was a nigga, but in the movies he wasn't. So they could have went that direction, but instead it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but all right, ladies and gentlemen, we about to get up on out of here. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody who supported the stream in any way, shape, or form. Greatly appreciate you. Anybody who liked, share, subscribe, super chatted, cash. I don't want to see nobody sent the cash up, but everybody who super chatted, appreciate each and every one of you. And with that said, we are out of here. Peace. We gone.
Peace.